Today we discuss the best seasons for visiting Venezuela.
Welcome to Venezuela Insider, the only place in Venezuela for expats, digital nomads, entrepreneurs, investors, travelers, and related internationals. For more information, venezuelainsider.com.
Venezuela is a beautiful country. For me, one of the things I love is summer all year round. Of course, we don't have the four seasons. And if that's your thing, having fall and having winter, and well, actually that can be arranged in Venezuela, that's very particular. But in practice, we only have a dry season and a rainy season. So you can visit the country throughout the year and actually you can get a very good experience. However, there are particular seasons on the year that, depending on your particular endeavor, just tourism or just chilling, staying out, doing your thing. And today we're going to discuss the best seasons for visiting Venezuela. So let's start. The first one might be during the Carnival season, that is between February and May. Of course, Venezuela is a Catholic Christian country and we celebrate the Carnival days. Usually are on Monday and Tuesday of Carnival, and this particular day, of course, we have the whole season. People take the weekend and actually an extra couple of days and they do whatever they want. It's very popular for visiting beaches and visiting many touristic destinations. Also, if you are religious, it's a good time in order to go to the church, go to mass, and do the respective religious process. If you come on this particular season, you're going to see that hotels and beaches and many particular vacation spots are going to be swarmed by both local Venezuelans and international visitors. Actually, it's a cool part of the year in order to visit Venezuela overall. Right after that, we have other season, that is the Easter Holy Week season in Venezuela. Yet again, Venezuela is a Catholic Christian country, and after the Carnival comes Lent, and after Lent, these 40 days, we have the Easter or Holy Week, as you want to call it. That is actually between March and April, of course, depending on the year, so take your precautions. We celebrate, of course, the Good Friday, the Thursday, and the Good Friday. But many people just take the whole week and go to the beach, go on a fancy trip or a short trip. And of course, the people who are religious, they go to church, they go to mass. It's a very important Christian Catholic season and holiday. And depending on what you do, who you are, of course, you can spend it on religious affairs or just on leisure time, going to the beach and many important touristic spots. Of course, all of the major touristic spots during the Holy Week, the Easter, are swarmed on those days, mostly by Venezuelans, but also by internationals. And a few months afterwards, we have what I call the historic patriotic holidays. Those are three particular holidays that comes from Venezuelan history. First, we have June 24th, that is the Carabobo's battle. Is actually the anniversary when the Venezuelan armed forces fought against the Spaniard armed forces, and by then we had the independence of Venezuela. So it's a very important holiday, national holiday in Venezuela, and yet again, some people just take the day and combine it with the weekend, and we have a lot of leisure time by those days. Right after that, on July 5, we have the independence of Venezuela, another, of course, national holiday, and some people, depending on their schedule, take this particular holiday to visit the most important touristic spots, or they just stay at home, celebrate, and of course, enjoy the pleasures of being a true nationalistic Venezuelan. And the third nationalistic day, we have it on July 24th. That is the birthday of the most important historic figure in Venezuela, Simón Bolívar. And other day to celebrate your Venezuelan nationalistic views, And most people just take it if they can combine it and parlay it with their weekend and their work schedule. They just took those days for leisure, for traveling, and those days actually many people go to the beach and the other holiday spots. After that, we have the month of November that I like to call as the holiday spirit month. On November, Venezuelans will start celebrating the holidays. You see the decoration, the Christmas decorations, the whole shenanigans of the holidays. And although it's not an official holiday or anything of that matter, people are usually on a good spirit, on a family spirit, on a camaraderie spirit. So they like, on the weekends, maybe get together with family and friends and hang out and chill and start celebrating already Christmas. Afterwards, we have, of course, December, and we have to talk about the last week of December between the 24th, the Christmas Eve, until January 1st. Then, of course, we have the New Year. Those days are leisure time for most Venezuelans. Of course, some people have to work and so on. They have to work out their schedule, but mostly it's just a party or a gathering between friends and family. Venezuelans actually enjoy Christmas and celebrating with their relatives and their close friends and so on. So it's a very vivid spirit celebration. People just are usually on the good mood and they are maybe having a drink with close relatives or their close friends. So it's a very actually beautiful time to be in Venezuela. You see a lot of camaraderie amongst Venezuelans, especially the ones who know each other. So if you come here, maybe, I don't know, you're not close to your family, or maybe you don't hang out that much with your family, or maybe you are a practitioner of a religion that doesn't celebrate the holidays. And if you want to participate on the holiday celebration, you can actually come to Venezuela, make good friends, and see, it's very particular. It's something very special that we have in Venezuela on those days. So if you are on other country and you feel a little bit lonely, you can maybe come to Venezuela and make new friends or just hang out with the locals and have actually a very cool experience on those days. Beautiful. Venezuelans are heartwarming people, very salt of the earth in most cases, and you can have a nice experience in Venezuela. And lastly, we have the first days of January in Venezuela. Now, this is a particular holiday. Well, it's not an official holiday, but depends on the region of Venezuela that you stay. Some regions in Venezuela actually have a very important activity regarding holidays and so on early January. For instance, on the Andean region, Táchira, Mérida, and so on, actually is a vivid time of the year in order to be there. They have the quote-unquote ferias, something that they do on the west side of the country, mostly on the Andean region, so probably you want to check that out. Also, on the other side of the country, on the southeast of the country, many people visit La Gran Sabana. That this is a particular landscape that many people, especially internationals, but also local Venezuelans, like to visit. They go camping or stuff of that nature, and they like to hang out on the Canaima National Park or La Gran Sabana, like I mentioned earlier. So a cool time to visit Venezuela, or some people actually just visit Margarita Island because it's not as crowded as, for instance, in December or on summer. And of course, some cities are just straight up dead. So if you like to be on a peaceful and quiet place, most cities in Venezuela actually are very peaceful and quiet and without not too much going on. So you can, if you want to just chill and be surrounded by being peace and quiet, most Venezuelan cities are going to serve that purpose. And lastly, I want to close this video talking about the seasons, the dry season and the rainy season. The dry season is between November and April. So on those months in Venezuela, the rainfall is actually quite low, so it's not going to be much rainy. So if you're an outdoor guy and you don't like rain, you can visit those months, Venezuela, and you can do pretty much whatever you want without having the annoying rainfall if that hinders your particular plans. By the other hand, we have between May And September, we have the heavy rain season. And if you don't like rain, of course, don't come on those months. And if you do, well, knock yourself out. You're going to see a lot of rainfall. You're going to experience a lot of rainfall on those days. However, on both cases, if let's say you want to go to the beach or you want to go to a city like Caracas or Valencia, I mean, it's not much difference. The difference between on the rainy season, maybe let's say on a Friday night, you have a huge rainfall. Most people are not going to go out at nighttime. Less people are going to go out on nighttime. And on the dry season, they're going to go out basically every weekend. So that will be the difference. It's something that you maybe want to figure out depending on your particular requirements. But actually, the whole year is a good time to visit Venezuela.
Thank you for watching Venezuela Insider. Please like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on social media. If you want to work with us, VenezuelaInsider.com. Thanks again and have a nice day.